Annyeonghaseyo. Welcome to week number 15 at SoonChunHyang University in Asan-si, South Korea. This is, of course, brought to you by the Benjamin A. Gilman International Scholarship. So, there are only going to be 2 of these regular video blog updates for the rest of the term, this week and next week. The following week, as I said last week, will be kind of a reflection on my time here, my 4 months that I spent abroad, longest time I've been away from home, and that I've been in another country. But this week, a few topics I realized I hadn't talked about yet. One of the ones that is kind of noticeable if you go to more traditional places especially, or if you go to a department store and they have their sales girls dressed like this, is the hanbok, the traditional Korean clothing, which is for men usually just kind of a shirt with a vest, kind of baggy. For women it's like the small jacket, really short for some reason, and then really long skirt. My thoughts on it are this: that while, at least for the women's garments, while they look very becoming and pretty in a lot of different colors, it's gotta be uncomfortable to wear one of those, because after somebody made a presentation about it in our introduction to Korean history class, and that the underskirt for those compresses the chest, and then the overskirt or chima compresses it even more, and then there's that little jacket on top of that, and you would think that would be very hard to breathe while wearing, probably uncomfortable, probably couldn't walk very fast or do anything strenuous because of that, because you can't get the right amount of airflow, maybe, and also because of how women are supposed to bow. They need help usually while wearing a hanbok. So something I didn't know before I came here, but definitely worth noting. It may have something to do with how the later Joseon dynasty and then subsequent Korean culture became more confusion, which basically puts men over women. And everybody has their role. Everybody is expected to render respect and such to their superiors, so women, men, and to their superiors, etc. So yeah, that's that. Traditional Korean clothing has actually changed over the years, as you'd expect. For women, the jacket has gotten progressively shorter for some reason, to a ludicrously short length now. Like in the Joseon dynasty, it was like a full jacket, just like the men would wear. So, why exactly that changed, I'm not really certain, because I know in the later Goryeo dynasty, the Mongols came in and certain things changed because Korean culture was being influenced by the Mongolians instead of the Chinese. Like, if you see pictures of a Korean wedding, which I got some the other weekend, and I'll be putting them up on my text blog later, possibly this week. But if you see pictures of the bride from a traditional Korean wedding, she has these 2 red dots, one on either cheek. And that's actually from Mongolian tradition, not Korean tradition. So, very interesting to learn things like this. Like, where does all this come from? And, basically Korea, the people, being a mix of Mongolian and, in the north, mostly, like, Mongol nomadic people, with a bit of Chinese. And in the south, Mongol is the minority, and you have more like Pacific Islanders and such that came in. So it's kind of an interesting mix. that's it for part 1. Stay tuned for part number 2, in which I'll be talking about a couple things that are going on campus to give you further ideas of what campus life is like here, at least for this semester, in case you consider coming to SoonChunHyang University yourself. So stay tuned for part number 2.